Hello, everyone, especially to those watching the replay. I am Mystic Storm Olakimi, the Fit Oracle, here to clear the path to a new life with you. I hope you're doing well, all right? We are going to talk about the Virgo full moon lunar eclipse. I'm going to touch on some energies. Not going to go too in depth in the astrology because we're going to do an all signs reading. All right. So I'm excited about that. So my goal is to I'm gonna do it by element. So it's layers to it. It's levels to it. Okay. So we're gonna do by element. So if we got the fire signs, earth signs, air signs, water signs, and then it will be a tarot spread. And then after that, I'll do an individual oracle card for each of the zodiac signs within that element. Okay. So say for example, we got the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, right? The tarot card reading is for the overall fire signs, for all three signs. Then we'll go into an individual oracle card message for each zodiac sign within that element, right? So it's all signs. All right. I was like, the decks that I'm going to use, I'm going to use the Dark Reflections. Y'all know I love this deck. The Dark Reflections. And then for the Oracle card, I heard Whispers of the Ocean. Okay. Yes, it's a Virgo full moon. Yes, so shout out to all my Virgos, but it is Pisces season. All right. Shout out to all my Pisces. And also, I treat this deck as an ancestral deck as well. So you may hear some messages from your ancestors. So I'm excited. Okay. Greetings, Felicia. How's it going? We're gonna talk about the full moon, pull some cards, all the things. I think I'm gonna do some light Reiki before getting fully into it. And I think I know I said I was gonna touch some on the astrology, but I think I might just have it up and then talk about the astrology while I'm in the middle of the zodiac readings. Okay. So that's my thought. Y'all see I was moisturizing my hands with my Divine Shine, my whipped shea butter. I keep it handy. And also, I feel like I have to keep my hands moisturized. But yes, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna pull up my oops, don't push that. Okay. There we go. Pulled up the chart for this moon. So I have it handy. Okay. And then we're gonna get into some Reiki. Reiki is energy healing. Okay. If y'all open to receive, all you have to do is say you receive. It hits the chakra points. Yes, the 7 main chakras, but deeper levels. Even touches meridians. That was the wax. I think my cat wants to go outside, but it's too late. So take a few deep breaths, y'all. Take deep breaths. Ground your energy. Prepare for the reading. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm thinking of the words, but I need to just sing the melody. I travel far this ocean road. I travel far to go. Yeah. On this lonesome road. That's what I'm hearing. On this lonesome road. Okay. So maybe this is like it's been a long journey. A long journey, huh? Travel on this lonesome road. I don't know how far I got to go. That's what I'm hearing. I'm just like not hearing like the full melody of what I'm trying to but that's the words. I was like, I feel like I'm able to like now channel what I'm hearing and like sing the melodies at the same time. This is gonna be, I'm gonna keep practicing. Or just allowing. How about that? Yeah. But I traveled far on this lonesome road. I don't know how much far I'll go. That's what I kept hearing. So, and that's kind of the energy of Virgo, right? Virgo rules the Hermit card in tarot. So it's all about deep reflections, diving deep into your shadow, the subconscious. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. It's all about the mind, communication, thinking. And so this Virgo full moon is happening in the midst of Mercury retrograde, okay? So it's a lot going on. I want to pull up, today is Saturday, right? Yes, it's the last day of February 28th, okay? We are about to be in March, y'all. It's like, wow, where has the time gone? But March 3rd, 3/3, is the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. Okay, we just started off in Mercury retrograde, like the 25th, 26th, depending on where you are, and we'll be in Mercury retrograde until March 20th. Okay, and then we still got 2 weeks of the shadows. So just keep all of this in mind. We have this Mercury retrograde, or this in the midst of eclipse season. Okay, eclipse energies are all about, like, it can be like karmic endings or like these new beginnings. You see things blossoming and shifting in your favor. We did have the solar eclipse in Aquarius, the Lunar New Year, right? That happened a couple of weeks ago, and then now we have the Virgo full moon, and it's the first full moon of the lunar New Year. So very potent, and especially since it's an eclipse in the year of the fire horse, that's major. First, the eclipse is in Virgo. Again, mind communication. So this is all about, I'm all about rewiring your mind and your subconscious to align to where you want to go. So I feel like that's going to be the theme of this year. I'm just going to claim it. It's all about having structures and routines and refining those routines, what you're doing. Sometimes, just because it's not broke, don't fix it. You can still, elevate or fine tune so it can be more efficient and sustainable. So, yes. All right. So, we're going to get into the reading. We're going to start off with, it's the Virgo full moon. So we should start with the earth signs, or should we start with the water signs? So if y'all don't know what the elements are, let me say that. So I would start I was thinking of starting with the earth signs because Virgo is an earth sign. So if you're a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus, that's an earth sign. All right. If I was also saying water signs to start because we're in Pisces season. All right. So water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Okay. So let me know in the chat if y'all want to start with, earth signs. I'll keep saying fire, water. I'm seeing earth. Okay, we'll start with earth since it's Virgo, and then we'll do water. Let's see. I'm gonna put these timestamps on here. Okay. Well, I'll let me at least clear down the energy. Say I'm calling down. Well, I can do that for each sign. I can do that for each sign. I ain't gonna trip off that. All right. Let's see. 12:08. All right, we're gonna get into the earth signs reading. This is for my Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns. We're gonna do a 3-card spread about the energy that's surrounding you during this time. For some reason, I'm just gonna say the energy around this time. Usually, I'm like, oh, it's timeless. It's this and that, but I'm not sure. But this eclipse, just specifically, eclipses last 6 months to a year. So keep that in mind. But I'm not trying to say like this is timeless. All right. Spirit, ancestors, guides, to give us the clearest messages for the earth signs, highest good. What do they need to know right now in this very moment? You can be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You can be North Node, aspecting. Let's see. Okay, so in the situation position, we have the Queen of Swords. And then for the challenge, we have the Magician. Yeah, see. There we go. And then for advice, we got the Sun in reverse. Oh yeah, Felicia asked what cards are those. These are the Dark Reflections. The Dark Reflections. And I'm being called to read the inside. So I was like, earth signs, y'all might really need to hear this right now. It says, you cannot become the best version of yourself until you love your worst version. Because after you give love to your darkness, the light comes. And that is the path of healing. Okay? So, yes. That's why I love this deck. So, earth signs. For the situation at hand, we got the Queen of Wands. So off bat, it's given the situation is calling you to step up and rise, maybe set some boundaries, speak up, speak out, especially use your intellect to your advantage. This also has an underlayer of confidence that needs to be instilled so that way you can, have comebacks or clapbacks and just having that witty nature. It's like, yeah, you can get your point across without having, still riding the wave, not making it seem too dramatic, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, that's the situation. That's what's coming up for me. All right, and then for the challenge here is the Magician. It's like, okay, yes, you want to do this. Yes, you want to speak out more. You want to maybe assert some boundaries, but not shake the table too much. It's more so you're still fine tuning on how you can go about it. So it may be trial and error, or you do a little bit, but you back off and you kind of are really critiquing yourself. It's okay. It's okay. it's a craft. It's an art form of being able to have this type of vibe or communication skills for yourself, right? So yeah, it's like, don't be too hard on yourself when it comes to speaking out. It's just, you have to have practice and it's okay, right? So situation, challenge, and advice is to not be all in your head. It's not, yes, you're focusing on your reactions and how you can change things because that's the only thing you can do. However, I would say it's like, how can I say this? The advice is to not, just don't be all in your head. Don't be, and then also I'm hearing, don't be so full of yourself. So maybe like as you're practicing this, it's like, don't take everything so seriously or so personally that you're using this as a defense mechanism or like a trauma response or like a trigger response. Y'all know what I'm saying? So yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let me know your thoughts on that. Trying to see if there's anything else. Not really. I'm going to pull from the Whispers of the Ocean. This is the Oracle deck that I said. So I'm going to pull one for Taurus, one for Virgo, and one for Capricorn. Okay? So just to reiterate, Earth signs as a whole, the thing is you have to speak up, speak out, set some boundaries, assert your power, use your intellect to your advantage, right? Be witty, be bold, be confident about it. Yes, it's going to be challenging because you still need to catch your footing, but as you're doing it, don't use it as a defense mechanism or weaponize it because it can really turn into, you're manipulating energy either way, but the dark side of manipulation, what everybody talks about. Okay? Yes. So let's get into these oracle messages. This is for Taurus. Spirit, ancestors, guides. What messages, what guidance do you have for Taurus? What do they need to know right now? Okay. Ashe. Okay, we got amble with contentment. Okay. With the seahorses. I love that. And it says waiting rather than acting is going to be the most advantageous now. Okay? Waiting rather than acting is going to be the most advantageous now. Okay? So, that's another thing with the Queen of Swords, like being strategic at the same time. So, there's a time and place to be this way. So that might be, again, the challenge. You might want to say something or clap back, but it may not be the right time. Keep it in your back pocket. Save it for a rainy day. Okay? All right. Let's see. Hey, KJ. I was like, I don't got my glasses on. And it's getting late. This is Virgo. Okay. We got shedding the old. Ooh, with the lobster. Shedding the old. And then we got, there's a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you will be able to see these new prospects. Okay, that's where those boundaries come in, right? And practicing that and standing on that, right? Shedding the old, releasing the old. And then it's like, again, so sometimes we're so focused on telling somebody this is my boundary and I want you to uphold that. A lot of times the boundary is within yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable. So shedding old ways of going about certain situations is going to help. All right. It also that cultivate a sense of adventure. So it's like it doesn't have to be so heavy at the same time as you're shedding. Or yes, it's probably heavy as hell, but still make sure that you're having some fun with it, right? Being a little lighter. All right, and then we got Capricorn. Let's see. Okay, Capricorn, we have childlike devotion. Childlike devotion. We got the number 50, reduces to 5. Right? Change, adaptability as well. It says, so you are multi-talented, complex. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. Okay? So this is like using your creativity and running with it, Capricorn. Like you're able to, and that's again, you have so many ideas, so many different um things that you want to put out there, but you have to actually come up with a good plan and fulfill it out. And again, it's a balancing act. It's practice. You have to keep tending to it. So yeah, I love to see it. I didn't talk about the numbers on the other two cards. So just Taurus, yours was number 9, completions, endings. Whatever you're waiting to do, again, it's a strategy that has to go on. So whatever, but when you say something, when you speak up, it's to end things. It's to put an end to something or to transform it, transmute it. Okay. And then this was Virgo. We had 38. 38, that's 11. That's a master number. And I feel like this shedding, this purge and releasing that you have to do, I would say be very intentional with what you're calling in, because this is more so of like, I'm kind of getting like you're about to upgrade into different timelines. So with that, you have to make sure if it's multiple different timelines you can pick from, make sure you're attuning to the one you actually want. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Be very intentional at this time. Okay. All right. Let me know. Make sure y'all like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe, Earth signs. I love diving in with you with that. And then I think next we have, yes, water signs. Let me write that down. Let's see. This is a new format for me, so I feel like this is good, and once I'm like comfortable with it, I feel like it will flow more. But I do feel like this is sustainable. I'm really focusing on sustainability as well. Come here, baby. Say hi to the people. Come here. Was that her meow sounded like a no? Hey, life. I see you. We're going to be on water signs. So that's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But since you're the first air sign, because we have air and fire, I can do air next. And then after the air signs, it will be the fire signs. Okay? I'm going to grab some water. Okay, we can do 25, 27. Okay. All right, water signs. We're going to get into y'all reading. All right, let's get it. Spirit ancestors, guides, please give us the clearest messages for the water signs. Highest good. This is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Okay, so water signs. The situation here, this this definitely has to do with relationships, but this is more so like this could be colleagues or familial, or this can be relational too, but I'm really feeling this is just all about like support and teamwork. The situation is like making sure like maybe you vouch for yourself, or um maybe I feel like I'm hearing stuck in the middle again. That's, you may feel like you are like, you may feel like you're the mediator all the time. Um, and the challenge here is the Nine of Pentacles, gaining in reverse, gaining your own sense of independence, or being knowing your worth and value, water signs. So this can even go, if this isn't like colleague, co-worker type thing, support. This, if this is romantic, this would be more like third party situation. All right. And some of you may be in a position where you know what's up, or you might be taking the back seat, or just kind of saying, well, it is what it is. At least I'm getting something. Where it's like you have to make sure that you're focusing on yourself, your value, what brings you life, and what's not draining you. Okay, that's for some, not all. Okay. um Another thing here is like, if I'm going the colleague route, or like trying to find support, it's like if you're waiting for other people to validate or to vouch, or you have to carve your own lane, pretty much, point blank period. And that's where it's like, where's your sense of authority? Where's your sense of valuing yourself, where you're stepping up and doing what you need to do for yourself? This is giving me like, I need a a partner, or accountability partner. Sometimes we need that in the beginning stages, right? Right. Yeah. To get started, especially if you need to be around some people that aren't, or need to be around some people that have the same goals, right? But there may be a breaking point where now it's just like, it's no longer needed. I need to focus on myself. And water sign, since you maybe are very caring, could be the mediator, the person in the middle of everything. You're taking on other people's energies, and it's not needed. It's not necessary. You need to pour that back into self. Okay. And the advice here is to, yeah, Ace of Wands in reverse. Slow down. Slow down. It, really focus on not getting burnt out anymore, and realizing what gives you energy, vitality, and what is draining you. And make sure you're making adjustments how you need to. Everything can't be so abrupt, or changes can happen in increments, slow motion, but you have to first put action towards it. Okay. And action can be planning. Action is planning. Okay. And action is resting. Resting is an act too. So remember to take some time for you. All right. That's definitely here with the challenge. All right, we're gonna get into the individual card messages. So we got Pisces first. Happy birthday, Pisces. Shout out to all my Pisces. It's your season. I'm a Pisces moon, so I'll be still riding the coattails because I'm an Aquarius. All right, it says, look beyond the surface. 37. It says, avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in the situation. Seek ways to bring depth into your world. Okay? It says, focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty of the situation. So it's like whatever issues, again, I talked about like y'all being a mediator or something like that. It's more so about what's the overall goal, the big picture. But for make sure you get your part of the deal, whatever this is, right? So right now the challenge is you're in a deficit, and you need to actually put yourself. This could just be setting boundaries, as simple as that. This could be speaking up about contracts, agreements, going over some of that stuff, which is really good for this time, especially with Mercury retrograde. Look beyond the surface. And the advice here was to kind of slow down, or before you get burnt out. This could also be choosing your battles. So it may not, for some people, it may not be worth it going into different disagreements. Sometimes it's just easy to do like a what do they call it? An Irish goodbye, or just kind of like drift off and just let it seem more amicable. Okay, but yeah, choose your battles. All right. Then it's Pisces, Cancer. Cancer is next. Beautiful, powerful love. Ashe. Hey. Ashe. This is Cancer. All right, we got persistent drive with 11. Persistent drive. I will say, Pisces, y'all were 37 with 10, and then now we got 11. So this is progressive energy we have here, but persistent drive. This is for Cancer. See what you desire and move towards that goal. It's time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. Okay? Spirit said, come on, come with it. It's time to lock in. Time to get it together. All right, I'm hearing India Ari. Get it together, you gotta heal your body. Get it together, you have to heal your heart. All right, so that can be something to focus on. The healing first. You want to move towards these goals, but how heavy is your heart? I'm thinking about the goddess Ma'at, having your heart as light as a feather. So there might be some like forgiveness that needs to happen, so that way you can't, because you need to free up your mind to focus on this said goal. It's kind of tying in to look beyond the surface, avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. What is carrying up weight in your mind so much that you're not... we waste so much time thinking about or worrying about certain scenarios where we can be expending that energy elsewhere. Okay, that's what pretty much I'm getting at. It's like throughout the day, just sometimes we can't stop it. It's the monkey mind. Our thoughts are gonna wander, but when you catch yourself, don't shame or judge or you like bad talk yourself. Come back to the present moment and go back to your to the focus, the matter at hand. I miss you too. I miss you too. Look, I'm like, neighbors, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, hopefully they ain't, please don't cut up while I'm on live. Not today. Not today. I know it's Saturday night, y'all, but still, like, don't cut up. All right, this is Scorpio. Now that is my cat. All right, Scorpio, we got let your personality shine. Let your personality shine with 33. All right, that's creative energy right there. It says you have something no one else has that makes you who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others and allow your uniqueness to shine through. Okay? Scorpio, stop playing. Open up. Be bold. You know, yes, take a leap, but also I always say you can take baby steps toward your goals, right? As long as you're moving. As long as you're moving. Okay? But that comparison is where you can get caught up. It's like we can't get past it. You know, we're constantly on our phones, you know, looking at other people, and it easily comes back because we're all reflections of each other. So we're looking like, okay, well, what am I doing? You know, but everybody's journey is different. Okay, everybody's journey is different. So it's just focusing on yourself. It's a me versus me attitude versus, you know, trying to keep up with the Joneses. All right. If you play on your gifts, your talents, it will come more naturally. It will be more sustainable. So that way you can just be confident, be bold, be you, be unapologetic. Yeah. Yeah. It says allow your uniqueness to shine through. You know, people might call you weird or quirky, nerdy. It's all right. A little freaky. It's all right. It's all right. Be you. Be a part of the weirdos. All right. Willow said, yeah. Awesome. Awesome. All right, water signs. This was good. This was good. Make sure y'all like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Girly, you're not going outside. I'm like, it's a little chilly now. I don't want to keep the door open. Hopefully she don't meow this whole time. Big Sean, you said you fixing to send me some bread, cuz. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, my tip jar is in the description box. Y'all should be able to see that. So it got a whole description. I made sure I put up there. Got my other links to stuff. Speaking of, I have the Sacred 28 Ritual Circle coming up in March. Well, the March Circle is going to be on the 17th. It's a Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central. And it's a goddess circle. I was like, I have to make sure. I've been wanting to say like goddess circle or focus saying more goddess, because especially because I am getting a mixed audience, which I do love. But the circle is for goddesses, okay? And in this circle we do meditations, we do journaling, we do movement, plans of actions for the next 28 days and go from there. Again, if y'all interested, check out the links in the description box. And yeah, what else? I think that's it for right now. I'm sure I got other plugs and commercial breaks later. I think we're gonna do air signs next, right? Because we had a Libra in the house. No, girl. You ain't even want to say hi to the people. Come here. No. I don't think she's gonna come. She didn't run, so that's good. Everybody say hi to Willow. Luckily, she won't mess me up. But she's not happy. But I love her so much. Her birthday is coming up. She's a Pisces. March 18th. All right, yes, we're gonna get into the air signs. Okay, live. I'm doing air signs now. I hear you. I hear you. All right. All right, air signs. This is your reading. So this is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Take a few deep breaths with me. Spirit, ancestors, guys, please give me the clearest messages for the air signs, highest good. What do they need to know right now in this very moment? All of these. One card at a time. One card at a time, Spirit. All right, air signs. The situation we have King of Cups. Okay. For the challenge we have the shadow. Look at that. And then the advice we have the Five of Cups. So what I'm getting from here, air signs, is you have built up this like emotional wall or armor that, but you know what this kind of gives me? This does give me like dark empath energy, or it's like you know how to use your, it's a fine line. It's a fine line when it comes to how you're using like your empathy or sympathy. And the challenge here is to maybe, yes, embrace that. That's interesting. Or realize why you're doing it. This could be for, I do feel like this is more so like shutting off your emotions. We got the, like just the skeleton of the fish. It's like you have this armor. Maybe you become so detached, but still you become detached from feeling, but you know how to invoke feeling in others to get your way. Y'all follow me? And that, yes, this is a shadow aspect, and but why are you numbing yourself? Why are you numbing yourself? There's something that you need to go back to, or there's a part of you that you left behind that wants to speak, that wants to come out, come forward. And the advice here is to feel those feelings. Feel those feelings. You might need to take some time for solitude, to reflect, to just have a cry session. Some people maybe want to seek counseling or therapy to talk some of these things out. But yeah, I feel like it's gotten you in how you've operated this far when it comes to not maybe showing emotion, or probably just detach some so you can act like everything's cool. You had to do that. It was a survival tactic. You just had to survive. But now I feel like you have more time to exhale or breathe, or you need to make time to exhale and breathe and release. This Five of Cups is interesting because he's pouring out the cups. Usually in the traditional tarot, it's like they're crying over, the spilled cups. But he's like, what's done is done. And I release it. I just can't go on with me. I got more places to go, more people to see, more people to love. Choosing me. So yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. We're gonna get into the oracle cards. This is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So this is for Gemini first. There we go. We got 5. Change direction with ease. Okay. Change direction with ease. It says this is a time for change, shape-shifting, or your soul's evolution. It is time to reconsider what you are wanting. You may be in for a surprise. So you could have had a goal. You've been doing something X amount of years, or you said this is always something that I wanted. And maybe you look up and, you know, you've experienced so much that you're like, this isn't what I want anymore. That no longer aligns to, you know, who I am. And you might have to think about why. Why did you want this before, and what has happened to shift your reality and release it. Change direction with ease. Sometimes we make it more challenging than what it has to be. And again, it doesn't have to be abrupt. Go in stages. Go in stages. Yeah. Okay. All right, Gemini, we got Libra. Oh. One card. Like that card, I've seen it. It wanted to come out. One card, Spirit. This one. All right, we got 3. Surrounded by prosperity. This is for Libra. Surrounded by prosperity. It says your attention is being drawn to the infinite nature of reality. That which exists outside the unknown is beyond measure. So something that you're releasing is could be like limiting beliefs of what all you can do or what you can accomplish, or like putting yourself in a box where you're missing out on opportunities to bring in different streams of income. Or this doesn't even have to be money per se. This can be like support, you know, love, different resources. I know a lot of times when we think about prosperity, we go straight to like the dollars and how much you have in your account. But again, the turtle here, or the sea turtle, surrounded by these fish that are there to support. I don't know the ecosystem. I don't think turtles eat the fish. They be swimming with them, right? I'm thinking of Finding Nemo. They be swimming together. They be looking out for each other. Okay, so you may have closed yourself off, Libra, to certain connections due to trauma experiences, X, Y, and Z, or you have isolated yourself because of that, and you put yourself in a box. It's like there's infinite possibilities in, you know, around you if you just open yourself up to it, open up to receive, right? Because it can be all around you. You can be surrounded by it, but if you don't tap into it, how can you receive the prosperity that's rightfully yours? Okay, so keep that in mind, Libra. We're gonna move on to Aquarius. Let's see. That's 2. One card, please, and thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm here for it. It says 10. Every step counts. Every step counts. It says there is an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. So this is coming from an Aquarius. Haven't I been saying? I was like, you can make baby steps towards your stuff. You don't have to do every step counts. Just put the action in. Even if you're moving in slow motion or you think you are. It all adds up. Be grounded, be intentional. Keep your options open. All the things. I love that card too. Oh. Alright, air signs, I release you. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, guides. We're gonna get into the fire signs. Fire signs, y'all season loading. Well, Aries, y'all loading. I was like, y'all got any plans? Look, I was like, I know we got one Aries in the house. But at least you got any plans? Before we say, I just lost my grandfather, and I don't know, something is not right with me, and I've taken space from my, I don't know, it might be boyfriend for no reason. So first off, sending you condolences for your grandfather life end. I definitely I'm just gonna just send you, beam you right now, send love, healing, because yes, I definitely I feel you. So just sending you love, and I'm glad that the reading resonated with you, okay? All right, we're going to get into the fire signs. All right, let's see. All right, fire signs, this is from my Aries, my Leos, and my Sag. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Take a few deep breaths. Spirit, ancestors, guides, please give us the clearest messages for the fire signs. How is good. What do they need to know right now? This one. All right. All right. So for the situation position, we got 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. For the challenge, there we go. We got the World. Interesting. And then for the advice is the Chariot in reverse. And I'm looking like this because I'm like, this kind of reminds me of the Earth sign reading. Kind of, sort of. You may have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your chart. And if so, check that out again. Or, check it out. So, the situation here, 9 of Cups, you're really working on living your life more, I'm hearing yes, more freely, but more fully. Being fulfilled, but it's like the stress is like everything, you kind of put yourself on hold, or put your dreams, or your self-care just on the back burner, and it's kind of left you like kind of depleted. That's what I'm picking up on from that 9 of Cups. But that the situation is, that's what you're wanting to cultivate. You want to live a more fulfilling life, be more fulfilled, have more contentment in your life. But right now, it's just like everything has dried up, and you're in a position now where it's like, how can I piece this all together while not having enough energy? Yeah. I was like, yeah. Get that. I feel that. So the challenge, here's the World, is finding that sense of wholeness, is actually doing the things that you said that you wanted to do. We have that symbol here for the world, that the part of the necklace that I have is, I don't know how to pronounce it. I've been saying it really weird. Uroboros. But yes, it's the death rebirth, but it's also embodiment, integration. I feel like fire signs, you know what it is that you want to do, but you're not directing your energy in the right places, and it's causing you to be scattered. So there, you might need to focus on like 4 or 5 like systems, habits that you want to do to integrate, to put you back into harmony. Okay, I am hearing like when I'm saying 4 or 5, I'm getting, yes, we got the 4 parts of the world here, and in the center, spirit, you, right? So somebody also here needs to work on doing like mirror magic, and specifically like looking at yourself naked and not zooming out. Oh, well, excuse me, zoom out. Like, when you look at yourself naked, you be like, oh, look at this, look at that. And what I do? Looking everywhere but zooming out and looking at the full picture. Admiring your beauty, your essence, your divinity. Mirror and speaking affirmations. Maybe turn on some music and dance naked. Do what you got to do. But that's the vision I'm getting. Okay. Now, the advice here, we got the Chariot in reverse. Now, with the Chariot in reverse, the advice here is take some time for you. It is no, you want to get things off the ground, you want to get things moving, but it's better to sharpen the iron before you go back at chopping the wood, right? You have to take this time for rest and rejuvenation, so that way you can last longer. Okay? If you take some time to repair now, you won't have to worry about the long-term repairs that will be more expensive, that will cost you more. I'm hearing for some may even cost you your life. So there might be some things some habits you need to clean up. All right? Especially health-wise. So that way you can have more vitality, have more energy. You can live a more fulfilling life because you're able to do the things that you really want to do. Okay? So that's what I'm picking up on, fire signs. Fire signs. We're going to get into the oracle reading for oracle message for each of y'all. So we're going to start off with Aries. There we go. Okay. Back on task. 39. That's 12. Goes down to 3. Mind, body, spirit is what I'm picking up on with that. With the octopus, this is definitely giving me subconscious. So diving more into your emotions and how you're like really diving deep on finding the root of why you feel certain ways. Right? Why do you feel the way that you feel? And get back on task. It says, be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on. All could use some fine tuning. And this is especially good with the energy that we're under right now. So again, nothing can move until you get back on task and align or refine. refine to align. Yeah, refine to align. I love that. All right, we're going to do Leo. Okay, Leo, resilience. Look, I expect nothing less. Nothing less. All right, with the number 1. So major new beginnings going on for you. This could be just within love for yourself, support with the hearts here. We have, there is no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. You are stronger than what you're giving yourself credit for. Also, yes, slow and steady. Slow and steady. I feel like you're so hard on yourself and you want things to be a certain way that you could be also, like, on the flip side of this, like procrastinating a lot. So be mindful with that. It says you have the determination and the patience to handle what is happening. So there's always times where things ebb and flow. So you might just be in a season right now where things aren't moving the way that you want. You're wanting to push through where it's not really calling for that. Use this time wisely. Use this time wisely. That was it says this is the time to take things as they come. Hey, you having some hiccups going on, it's Mercury retrograde. You know, sometimes it's like, what do we expect? Sometimes we think we're exempt and then it sneaks up on us. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna sit with this for a minute. Let's figure this out, come up with a game plan, and keep and go once everything is fixed and aligned. Okay? Refine to align. All right. All right, Leo. We're going to get into Sagittarius. We got 18 reduces to 9. Clearing the access. Clearing the access. It says you are entering a transitional phase and will benefit from clearing away access clutter, whether it's in your physical body or your physical space. Clearing the access. That's like reevaluating what is necessary and what is not. This can be as simple as like decluttering and becoming more minimalistic, or this could be like they say for your physical body too, like clearing the access. You might need to change like your diet or your nutrition. Something may be activating, like messing up with your digestive system. So you might need to test out or like slowly take away some foods so you can see what's really causing a problem. Like I'm hearing like somebody might have a gluten allergy, you know. So yeah, keep that in mind. And then also this could just be like, it's time to get yourself organized. Let's be for real. It could be stressed out, could be a whole bunch of paperwork you got to get to. You over here adulting and bills piling up, and you over here trying to figure out how you can do this and how you can do that. It's like, come up with a plan, write it down, and then once you have a clear plan, put it in motion. Put it in motion. Clearing away the clutter, the excess clutter, also in your mind. In your mind. Okay? So what is holding space in your mind where it's taking up too much energy? And I don't remember what sign I was talking about that with. This could have been also like collectively when I was talking about in the overview. Sometimes we worry about things so much that we expend that energy. It could have been used elsewhere. I think that was the earth sign reading. So again, make sure y'all check out the Earth sign reading. Y'all might have something else might be there for you that resonates. Okay? Okay. Let me know y'all thoughts over here. Let me read some of the comments. That's it. That's all for the signs. I'm glad I did this. I think I like this format. We're gonna keep rocking with this format for a while. I mean, this is an hour in. I'm like, this is doable. This is doable. Again, I feel like I'll get more comfortable with flowing and channeling more now that I've done the format. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. OG, hey. Hey, Rose, I see y'all. All right. I'm going to pull one final card just to close us out. I do have the timestamps, so I'll put those on the reading. I'm not sure. It does take YouTube a long time to process the live, so hopefully it will be up like as soon as I'm done with this, but we'll see. I don't want to pull no more tarot. I was gonna pull from my Wild Offering deck just to close this out, but I was like, this was a pleasure. I'm glad that we got here. Happy full moon, happy Virgo full moon, lunar eclipse. And well, I'm like, it's just the kickoff of the eclipse season for the year, so looking forward to it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, guys. Let's get the final message for the collective. Yes. Okay, interesting. We have despair. Despair. It says, I need your divine intercession right now, oh great spirit. Lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a peaceful vessel for your love. Okay? Despair. There's so much going on in the world, and outwardly, collectively, and also just in our individual lives. And I feel like this is just collectively, we're just tired. We're just tired, right? And at this point, it's just kind of like trying to figure out why things are happening the way that they are, and just trusting in the timing. Trusting in the timing. That I need your divine intercession right now, oh great spirit. It says, lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a vessel for your love. Lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. This is deep cellular healing. That's even in the get ready with me that I'm doing the card that I pulled for the start of Mercury retrograde. That's what the energy was, and honestly it had some of these same colors in the cards, and it was more so, yeah, like this Mercury retrograde, because Mercury is in Pisces, and this is going to help with deep cellular healing. So collectively, we all have some things that we need to release, and it's going to be brought to the surface. So it's like, be mindful. I always say be mindful, like kind of like prepare yourself. I don't want you to brace yourself. Just know when it comes, it's like, okay, let me ground and cry, like, and release and do what you need to do. you know, if we're asking for the intercession, divine intercession is literally Mercury retrograde in Pisces in the midst of eclipse season. And that intercession is going to lift the darkness from our souls and free us from this burden. However, it's not just going to be just lifted and we're just like, no, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. So feel it and know that on the other side, it's going to open you to your highest plan. And it's going to help you to find more peace and love for self. Okay? Peace and love for self. Charles, I see you said, hello, I'm trying to deal with my emotions and pain that I've been carrying for years. That's good. That means you're aligning to what's going on now, but also it's showing you that you're not alone in this. You might be like, oh, what is really going on? But collectively, we're all going through some things too. I would ask you, what are you doing to help with to cope or release some of those emotions? If you got some strategies in mind, or how do you usually decompress? That's good. You said the divorce you had with your ex, who was a Pisces, it has really opened you up to heal from your childhood trauma. That's awesome. And then it's like, this is Pisces season, so this could really, touch on, that wound even more. So instead of associating this time with your ex, you should, Pisces energy, we can kind of detach from just always thinking about Pisces as your ex-wife. It can be Pisces energy as in this is a time for healing, for releasing, for endings. This could also be where you can create too, because this is Pisces is like the womb. Okay, so if your intention is to continue to purge out emotions and release those patterns of I'm hearing abuse, to use this as a time to do so. Yeah. And you're saying you're an Aries. You've been trying to get yourself together and let go of the pain from your mother, who she didn't know how to love you. Yeah, so releasing those mother wounds. Releasing those mother wounds. I was like, I feel like I can't, my heavy, hold on, how can I say this? Because I'm just going to speak from experience at this point, because I don't want to try to dissect everything or go on trying to dive into all of your stuff. But I know for me, one of my deeper childhood wounds is a father wound. And it felt like every time I found out like different trauma responses that I had, it all boiled down to some key points where my father just fumbled. Let's be for real. And I feel like that every time it kind of just piled on and made the resentment heavier. Where it's like now years have passed and you're like holding on to stuff that is blocking me from other things. So have I released and let go? Yes. Have I had to come back to that same point? Yes. It is a process. Healing, again, is not linear, it's cyclical. you'll find yourself like, I thought I healed from this. I thought I've already unpacked this. I thought I already did this. Yeah, you have. Now it's just a deeper layer. You're getting closer and closer to that, to the healing, healing you need. So, also finding compassion for parents. I'm just going to use, because a lot of our childhood trauma stems from parents or guardians. Getting to understand them more, or like, especially like their upbringing too, because then you'll kind of realize, oh, they're just repeating patterns that they experienced. So that brings a level of empathy, but then also, so that way you can further release, and also to break the cycle. So I hope that helped. I was like, because all I could do is kind of speak on what I've experienced, so that way I can hopefully help you with that. Louis, you said my aura is green, white, and a thin purple line on the outside of the white. Very strong heart chakra and crown chakra. Thank you, Louis. Thank you. I love that. You said you seen green, white, and a thin purple line. Awesome. Charles, you said this shit hurts so bad in the beginning, but it's getting better as time goes on. Ashe, that's good. Charles, I would think what I'm getting, you could write a letter to your mother, and you can burn it to release it. If you don't want to use fire, you can use water, or if you don't want to use water, you can bury it. Okay, those are some options. But okay, y'all. I was like, that's all she wrote. I'm gonna head off of here. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful full moon, a wonderful evening, or whenever you're catching this. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm sending y'all much love.